Hi, it's Rodney here from Bloke Support. You know, when clients contact me, they often contact me for one reason. That's because they've got some sort of problem in their life that they need solved, but they're unable to. So they come to me to help them solve that problem, or fix that problem. And these could be problems with their relationships, or emotional issues, or things happening at work, or other things happening in their life. Wide variety of reasons people come to me, problems people bring to me. And how I'm able to do that is I implement a model that will help me to help them solve the problem, no matter what their problem is. And what I wanted to do is just take you through that model today, so that way you knew how I work with my clients. That way you'll be able to help yourself solve any problem that you may have. The reason why it's important is because often when we've got problems, there's a lot of emotional issues that come up that prevent us from being able to think properly about the problem. A lot of stress, anxiety comes up. This affects the way we think. So by breaking it down into an easy three-part model like I have is an easy way to be able to remember and to work through any problem that you may have. And so the first step in this model is gaining insight into the problem itself, into the person with the problem, into circumstances surrounding the person in the problem. Get as much insight or as much information as I can. And how I do this, I often ask our clients a series of questions. So obviously, starting from the very obvious, what is the problem? Who's involved? Have you ever experienced this problem before? How have you solved it in the past? How have other people solved it? What solution are you looking for? Very important one. Questions like these help me to sort of get through as much into the problem as possible and possible solutions. The more questions that I can ask, or you can ask yourself if you're going through this process yourself, the more information you have to be able to work with. And this doesn't just work for emotional problems or relationship problems, but even things like normal everyday problems. Your car won't start. Okay, so what's the problem? It won't start. It's making a weird clunking noise. This light is on, and yesterday I hit a rock, and things like that. And then armed with that, all that information from the insight, we're then able to give the client some knowledge. Ask yourself all these questions. It sounds like there's a problem with communication in your relationship, or it sounds like there's a problem with your radiator if we're using the car analogy. And then once I give the client some basic knowledge into the issue, the last thing we do is I equip them with the tools they need to be able to solve that problem. So relationship problem, communication, we then equip them with communication tools they'll be able to use to be able to fix their relationship. Again, once the mechanic has made a diagnosis of, it sounds like your radiator is buggered, here's the tools, spanner and that I need to be able to fix your radiator. Once clients are armed with the tools, I then simply help them to use those tools to fix up the problem. Again, applying the more insight as we go along, sort of knowledge about how they're going, and then more tools if needed until the problem is solved. And when I break it down like that, it's a really, really easy, quick, simple way of being able to solve any problem that you may have, regardless of who you are or what the problem is. And this is something that you can actually implement yourself. You don't need to come and get someone like me to help you, but you certainly can if you need to. Sometimes the problem is just too much for us to deal with. Sometimes there's other people involved. So if you find yourself that you have this problem and you do need help, simply come and give us a visit. what we can offer you is a 1-hour strategy session where we'll go through your problem and we'll look at it and see how, develop a strategy for you to be able to move forward. Normally they're $100, pay only $47. You can do that by visiting www.blokesupport.com.au, or you can also like us on Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel for more resources.